Oh, sick. I got the light.
What's an Ort report?
You're allergic to dogs?
Yeah.
This is a good podcast.
This is a good pod right now. Yeah. I always wanted to be in the mob as a kid, but this looks scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
It looks scary as hell.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bad Egg Podcast, episode 10.
Episode 10.
Wow.
Time flies.
I know, right? We're live now. These have been coming out for a while now, but at the time of hearing this, it's like the first couple. It's like the first wave of the people, the eggheads, learning about the egg pod, the bad egg pod.
It's true. We also have some haters.
That people don't like us.
We got two haters so far. They
12-year-olds.
They did podcasts. Well, no, one's a father with two kids. He's married. I looked into him.
Oh, shit.
Religious man. One post. And
God bless.
no, and it was nice. He said, podcasting not for everyone. What I will say is that's a common I will say that's a common comment. And another thing I might say is commenting is not for everybody. Like if you could say something original about what you don't like about us.
Yeah. And Jesus isn't real, you
And we'd like to see
idiot.
what you don't like about us in the comments below.
God is
We love an
science,
algorithm.
you dumbass.
Oh, no, we
They're
don't
going to
do
have
that.
a field day when this episode comes out in a month and a half.
Oh, they're going to be so furious.
You know what's crazy is it's currently Ramadan for our Muslim brothers.
Yeah, but at the time of recording.
Time of
not
recording,
posting, yeah.
it is. We are in the midst of Ramadan.
I'm glad we're
and-
dating this.
Well, I mean, like the last clip we had that
Was-
come out was
was
Christmas.
Yeah.
But no, it's Ramadan, and like most of Muslim like lore, or I don't know if that's insulting to call it lore, but like the story of like all this stuff and the Prophet Muhammad and everything,
Oh, I think that's probably really good pronunciation.
that was
sick.
Really?
that was
yeah.
pristine. Is all like, he's like, do you know who Adam is? And I was like, yeah, I know who fucking Adam is. And he's like, and Eve, and like their name for heaven is just different. It's all the same thing, folks. That's all I'm trying to say. We're all one brother.
I'm an atheist.
Why? You don't think there's something crazy going on?
I mean, there might be. Maybe I'm more agnostic. I just don't. It's not my business. I'm focused on the here and now.
I believe that it's like science.
Oh, like science is the higher power?
I don't know if science is the higher power, but I think that explains most of the shit going on. They're like, we're all a bunch of fucking rocks flying through outer space.
Yeah,
I'm getting real transcendental on this episode.
true. But I don't. You're not. You're kind of arguing my side.
What do you mean?
Like we're all just a bunch of rocks going through space. Like science explains everything that happens.
So you believe in...
Also, transcendentalism is the opposite of science.
So wait, you're saying atheists?
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that was tough.
No, you got it.
Atheists believe in science.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
so I'm an atheist, and
But do you believe in God?
I don't know.
Oh, so you're agnostic.
Me and Scotty always say this to each other, like, we'll do something, right? And then, like, we'll be like, yeah, God's not real. But then, like, deep down in your soul, you're going like, my bad, dude, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Just in case. I do a little.
Just in case?
I've done a couple in case prayers.
What are the...
Agnostic.
I'm agnostic. Producer Pat hooked it up with a fucking... He just slid that right in there, baby. That's how we do it here, you fucking eggheads.
Eggheads, welcome back, of course.
That's how I deal with my anxiety, I feel like, is a lot of the time I'll just be like, we're all just, like, lucky to be here on Earth, and, like, we're all just fucking ants.
Yeah, I think that's a really
know what I mean?
powerfully positive way to, like, look at some of that. Because I know that religion gives a lot of comfort and hope to people.
I'd love to be religious.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be so sick.
I don't care to be. Like, it would make me feel better, but
God.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'd just be like, and, like, feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it deep
You
down
feel it
in
in your
me.
soul. But yeah, I feel like I don't need that kind of thing. I feel lucky that I don't feel that I need that kind of community or that spirituality to keep me from doing bad things. Because that's what a lot of people ask me. Because I grew up without going to church or anything like that.
Sure.
And so a lot of people will ask me like, well, the first thing they'll be like, how did you know not to do things that were wrong? And I was like, so the only reason why you didn't do wrong things is because your parents said you will go to hell if you don't, like, or like it's against God's will. Like that seems like
Correct.
wild to me. That they didn't have a sense of morality that was outside of like
Mine
a
would be
religious figure.
Because my dad would yell at me, and that was scary. You don't want Billy Boy yelling at you.
Yeah, that's a real tangible thing.
When I smashed the pictures of me and my sister playing by dunking on the back of a door hoop.
Yeah, but you were It was probably such a cool 360.
It was fucking so
Probably
sick.
such a 180. Was it 180?
It was a
It was 180.
I wasn't doing 360.
You weren't getting that kind of.
We lived in a cottage that had an
so true.
addition on it. We lived in a bungalow with a top.
You didn't have like a triple height ceiling
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you could
yeah.
really jump around in.
Some of those kids, though, like you go over like kids who lived in like Braintree, or I guess for you it'd be like you grew up in Reading, so most of these kids probably they had like a finished basement and the carpeted finished basement.
Yeah, I have a finished basement.
You had a finished basement growing up?
Yeah. So
Oh, excuse me, I didn't know I was with royalty on this fucking podcast, folks.
you should have known. Yeah, no, we had a finished basement. So when we bought the house, it wasn't finished. My parents eventually finished it with a carpet. Then it flooded.
Is that where your dad jammed?
That's where my dad jams.
Oh, fuck,
Jams.
it's the best place to jam.
So he actually jammed in. That we left one part of the basement unfinished, his workshop, and so he was for a while jamming in there because actually it was the hang zone.
Oh, the gals were down there.
The gals were down there. My friends were down there. We had like a
He was
big.
the only guy in that house.
He should be so lucky.
I salute you, sir.
He doesn't mind. We're cool people to hang out with. He's a feminist. He's not like, oh, I wish I had a boy.
Normally, girl dad. Yeah, we grew up. I was like a son for hire for this guy who also had. He had 2 daughters and then his wife, and he was the only guy. And like he was always just kind of like, you know.
Oh, my dad doesn't like complain about it.
Yeah, it wasn't ever
he
like
likes
a
us.
complaint thing. Yeah, no,
He like loves us a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I mean,
he does.
He's your kids.
Stop it. Stop it. No, he loves us and he likes us.
He doesn't love you.
He
Mom.
loves me.
I'm saying yes, and he's a great guitarist from what I've heard.
Yeah, he is. Good guitarist, good bassist.
Finished basement. Wow.
Yeah, so
I
we had a
didn't
finished
know
basement.
that.
Oh yeah, so we had
We had a cellar.
yeah, they had it carpeted at first. It flooded, so then they put tile down.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, but we had they left what do you call it, a pool table with the people who moved out,
Full size.
full size pool table. They left it down there, so we had it for a while. None of them really played pool, so then my parents got a ping pong cover for it.
Oh, smart.
That was sick. But really, the best thing was when they got a big, huge sectional from Jordan's,
Okay.
and then it was just like it was on. We were just having sleepovers down there where you could sleep 3
Is there a
girls. on the
TV down there?
Yeah, big TV, big TV, and so we would just like hang, play like we had a PS2.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Wow, you were playing video games as a girl?
No, I had 3 video games. I had Harry Potter, Mary Kate and Ashley Mystery Mall, and Dance Dance Revolution.
Okay. Did you have the
we
pad?
Had, we had those stupid pads that like
Yeah, it was like
would-
all like mush.
wonky and mush.
Yes.
And we had 2 of them, and so they would just be sliding all over the place, and we would be like,
They sounded like sun chip bags. It was like
Yes.
made out of the
yes.
same
Or,
the
you know
same
those little
material.
books that you give to babies that are like crinkle books.
Yes.
That's what it.
Yes, it was like a dog toy.
Yeah,
it
you're
was
just
like
Yeah. So yeah, I was one of those kids.
wow. That was always so cool to me. Did you have a garage?
Yeah, we had a 2-car attached garage.
What the fuck? Pat, did you have a garage?
Yeah.
You had a garage?
You had the
if you had-
opportunity to come to my
If
house.
you had
a
gone
week
to
ago.
his 30th birthday party, we went to his parents' house.
We talked about that.
First thing Logan said when we walked in goes, I didn't know Pat was rich.
Yeah, what? That's sick. I didn't know that. Logan's rich too. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Logan's mom has a wicked nice house. It's so
It's a
cute.
beautiful house.
Beautiful home, really nice above ground pool.
Freezer on the bottom. Did you have a freezer on the bottom? No. Did you have a freezer on the bottom?
Yeah.
Fuck.
My parents were early adopters of the freezer on the bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, our kitchen didn't allow for it. We had a washing machine right next to our refrigerator growing up. Still do. Apparently that was weird. I didn't know that was a weird thing.
No, I mean, well, when I moved in here, the washer and dryer was there,
Ooh, smart.
but I moved it downstairs
Oh.
because I am not an elderly person. I can go up and down the stairs.
Yeah, but then it's right there.
Yeah, right. And it's
Do you
so
ever
my-
want to
my
do
clo-
laundry and you're like, oh, fuck, it's like down those steps.
No, it's totally fine.
You like doing
Well,
laundry?
no, I guess in the middle of the night, I won't do it at night.
Yeah, exactly.
My basement's too
It cuts
scary.
out an entire...
I didn't know that my basement was scary when I did it. I thought the basement was going to be my hang place. Genuinely, I thought I was going to redo the basement. That's the problem with growing up with a basement, is you
Yeah,
think,
you
oh,
gotta
that's the hang
redo it.
zone.
You should tile it and put up some drywall down there, put a little
The
insulation
ceilings would be
in
so
there.
low,
That's fine. Have a little box.
but I think it wouldn't be legal.
Legal. Come on. We'll throw up some... You know enough, folks. Drywall. We'll get some drywall screws.
I would love to have that big room below here be like a living room that opened up directly into the backyard. Wouldn't that be nice?
Ooh, with like a big glass door.
Yeah, I was thinking French doors.
I want to live on a farm. Let's get back to this farm stuff.
I don't think we started with the farm stuff.
Ooh, that just scared me so much.
What was that?
There's my phone falling.
The next episode we're about to release,
Oh, really?
7 episodes ago, has a lot about Dan's farm.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
All I do now,
Poultry, corn, tractor.
I'll put on.
Franks. Remember the Franks? The
Franks?
horses?
Oh, my horses! Yes, the 2 Franks. So, I
Frank and Frank Jr.
Frank and Frank Jr. I watch.
It's a stud.
Frank's the man. I watched this guy on YouTube. I got to get his name because shout out whoever this guy is. He just has a farm and it's just him like feeding his turkeys and chickens in the morning and then and he's got 2 dogs that run around with him and he's like doing a lot of PVC pipe work with the pipes so he can get the hoses so he can water he can get the water to the livestock and shit and then he gets all the eggs in the morning. There's a blind duck and chicken so like they just go off by hearing. I want to live on a farm so badly.
I think you could, because also I don't think it has to be a full farm. I think it could just be like a house, like a regular house on like a relatively large plot of land, and you could just like have all these little animals running around. You don't have to have a farm to have chickens. It could just be like a reasonably big backyard.
I live in an apartment building now. I have them on my little deck.
I think I could get chickens.
Yeah, you could definitely have a coop. That's what your backyard's missing, a coop. A coop.
But I'm not even good at plants, so how could I keep chickens?
I'll come over and get the eggs.
You come over, you get the eggs, and you'll feed them every
We'll
day.
start an aioli business or a mayo business.
That's what we need.
Literally what episode?
This is what I said.
I was listening to it today. I was like, Dan knows aioli?
Oh, sorry for the repeat info.
Well, I'm
folks.
persistent to say the least.
Yeah, and hey, he's had a dream for, I don't want to tell you how long, but months.
I used to love going into the city, and now that we're in the city and have to be in the city all the time, I'm like, let's fucking go to the middle of nowhere, dude. I want a babbling brook. I want to fucking, I just want to look at some rocks, maybe a chipmunk or 2.
Absolutely.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Guns.
I like guns. I mean, I like guns as a
Swords.
toy. I don't like guns and what they've done to our society.
Ooh, speaking of guns.
Yeah. Oh. Dan's going to kill us. Wait, what? Pat just got so excited and so surprised, and now he wants to do a little sound.
Yeah, I forgot the air horn button. I'm just going to skip it.
So this is the one I haven't done yet. It's called the Marble Explorer.
Okay.
And
This is a 3D puzzle? Or
this is
it
a
like
3D puzzle. It's a wooden cutout die cast puzzle. Not die cast metal.
It
but
still has the tape on it.
yeah,
from
I got it for Christmas. Fun fact, my don't use this as a clip, but my girlfriend's father, who's divorced from her mother, got me this 2 years ago, and her mother got it for me this year. So now I have 2 Marble Explorers.
Are they the same
I'm the
ones?
Galileo of marbles, baby.
Wait, are they the exact same ones?
Yes, exact same ones. And a Big Ben one, but that
That's
one's
so
cool.
funny that both
So-
parents know that you're. Wait, can I look at that for one more second? I just want to see. Hold on a
So
second.
cool, you crank
Wait,
it and this
you
marble goes
are-
up and around. It's like a what's
You're a
Who's that?
33-year-old man, right?
Yes. No, I'm 32. I asked ChatGPT this the other day because I totally forgot my age.
Okay,
I
no, so this-
100% was like, I'm 30. I said I'm 33 on stage, like in
Yeah,
a joke. I was
thought
like,
you
what
were.
kind of fucking 33? And then I asked you, I was like, I don't think I'm only 32. I got a whole year back. You know what I mean?
No, you didn't. You're just dumb.
Well, I thought I was 33. I was that much closer to death, and now I'm walking around a year younger than I am right now. Or was, I guess.
I'm not totally sure that that's how it works, but yeah, this does say not for children under 3, so you are good there.
Yeah, it's for adults above 3, okay?
For children above 3.
Yeah, so,
But I think it's very funny. I mean, I guess they know you, right? Like, that's like a nice thing.
yeah, I also forgot,
Can you show us what else is in there?
reach for the sky. Oh, wait.
It didn't work.
Hold on.
Also, don't hurt the camera.
I'm not going to hurt the camera. God.
Pat, are you at all worried? I guess it hasn't worked at all so far, so there's nothing really to worry about. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, it comes with very specific. So this is also a wooden 3D puzzle. That's a gun. I made these at work over Christmas.
No, you didn't make them at work. You made them at home.
I made them at home
Yeah, you get paid to do your work at your
over
work.
Christmas.
Yes,
They know I'm making puzzles. That's what keeps my brain sharp.
that's true.
And
Cool, Dan. Cool.
get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground right now.
Wait, you want to do the Charlie's Angel pose?
Yes.
You burnt our eggs.
Forgetting about the fucking volume button.
Get on the fucking ground right now. I'm in it. So yeah.
Reach for the sky, motherfuckers.
So I walk around work with these.
There's a heavy sense of irony right now because I don't know if you remember this, but like a year ago, you and I were actually at a bar watching a news story about a guy who 3D prints guns, and Dan turns to me and goes, "I feel like that's something you would do, Pat."
Pat, do you have a 3D printer? Since you're rich?
No.
Since your parents have an attached garage, you motherfucker.
No.
You've never 3D printed anything?
I
Answer
3D. I modeled a donut that my friend printed.
Oh, that's
Ooh, cool.
Because you seem like the type of guy who'd buy a 3D printer, print one thing, and then abandon it.
No. Yeah, I am that guy, to be honest. That's a lot of stuff I buy. So when I lived at the boys' apartment,
shout out Tyler, shout out Logan.
shout out Tyler,
Shout out Scotty.
Logan, shout out Scotty. So when I lived there,
Also, shout out Garrett Finn. That's a non sequitur, but he did ask when he was going to get a shout out.
sick. So we love you, Garrett. When I lived at the boys' apartment, I was like, I'm going to be a sculptor. I am going to be the world's greatest sculptor since, whoever, right? And it looked super easy. I was watching videos all day and stuff, and I bought like a 50-pound brick of clay. And that is still there right now as a dried cinder block in their home. I didn't touch it.
I mean, I don't want to freak you out. That's if you were a conceptual artist, which you may be.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty profound.
I meant to do that. I'm a sim artist.
Sim artist?
Yeah, you know what sim is? It's like simulation. It's like live, work sim. I don't know. A bunch of girls I dated in high school went to Mass Art for it.
Okay.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I don't want to roll back completely, but I think we glossed over the fact that Dan found out how old he was through ChatGPT. What did you ask AI?
I said, I was born in 1993 on January 7th. How old am I? And it said, you are 32 years old. And I went, I knew that. It told me I
So
didn't.
it said you're 32.
Yeah, I'm 32. I'm not 33.
Oh, so my sister's 31.
Oh.
Because she was born in October of 93.
She was born in October.
So she'll be 32 in October.
Shit, I'm breaking my puzzle.
I thought she was 30.
That's crazy.
Time really flies. And Leah, that's just because of how young you look.
Our producer, Pat, just turned 30 years old. And the way
Birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Pat. 6 months ago. The way I like to think about being 30, when I turned 30, it was nice. It was like, ooh, it's like restarting at like a zero age. So like you're on the lower end of a decade, which sounds nicer when you say things like that, unlike some people. I'm too afraid to look at her.
I don't mind being my age.
I know you do, man. I know you. I know, man.
I could just start lying about it.
Yeah, start lying.
Okay, Pat, what's the youngest age I could reasonably say?
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's not a trap.
Pat, take the gun.
All right, I'll start 19. No, I'm just kidding.
Why do I have the question?
I would say 28. Is that insulting?
No, it's not. No, that's good. I feel like that's way too young.
26.
26? I come up, I say, hey, guys, I'm 26. And you're like, you've been doing comedy for 6 years? You're 26? Oh, my God, you're going to be famous.
Yeah.
By the time you're 36,
You need to understand that we're surrounded by a lot of men who look like they're 40 and they're 22.
That's so true. Because I'll be like, oh, this guy's probably my age. And then he's like, yeah, so when I graduated, I'm like, oh, yeah, when did you graduate? Like 6 months ago. And you're like,
It's crazy talking. Yeah, it's crazy talking to like a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old now, being 32. I'm like, oh, man, you're like I'm like experiencing like what I would say to people. When I'm like, oh, you're like a 21-year-old. You don't understand things yet.
yeah, like
you
when
know
they
what I
would
mean?
say that to you,
Yeah.
It is true. And that's why it's so funny when, and this is like going to get like whatever, but like when men date women who are so much younger.
Yeah,
And like, and I'm like talking to like a woman who's 10 years younger than me. And I'm like, I don't have anything in common with you. And that person would be 26, right? Like that's not even that young. But it's like, I just don't feel like I have that much in common. So when my friends date someone who's like 10, 12 years younger, I'm like, how can you not feel this disconnect?
You're like, I'm learning a lot about the stock market now.
Oh,
good in, Pat. So, yeah, dating young women is gross. And
it's not gross. I'm interested in that mentality of
it's
like,
just weird. I know a
you
guy
just don't care that you have, like it's hard to relate to somebody.
I know a guy who he's not like we don't know him at all, but he's like within our age.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his early 30s, and they started dating when she was 18.
Gross.
Which is weird. That's
so
weird.
That's
anyway,
really weird. Yeah, the 20, like someone dating someone, if you're like they're in their mid 20s and you're in your mid 30s, like that's not that weird. Like,
yeah, that's okay, but like
it's only okay. It's not great.
So, stock market. Danny's stock market. Danny's stock tip of the day. So, Pat, you know what NVIDIA is? We talked about this,
Wait,
right?
what is it?
No, we didn't talk about this?
What's NVIDIA?
So they're like graphic cards and GPUs, CPUs, AI, all sorts of stuff.
No.
And I bought 4.3 shares of it.
What was the cost per share?
$111.
$114. Oh, yeah.
111, yeah.
Wow, okay.
So I bought that, and everyone's been telling me like you can't look at it every day.
Yeah.
I look at it every 8 minutes. I look at it like it's a post on TikTok. It's like it's just like another thing of dopamine where I'm like, ooh, it's down, ooh, it's up, ooh, it's down, ooh, it's up. But maybe with my I tried to figure out what the price of the share would have to go to with 4 shares, because that's not a lot of shares. What the price of the shares would have to go up to for me to make $20,000, and it would have it's
significant.
It's astronomical.
You would have had to buy it a year and a half ago.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know, like when you hear about things, it's always too late. That's how I do things.
I'm mad because I've always been a computer guy, so like AMD and NVIDIA I was looking at like 5 years ago, but I didn't know shit about that.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this? Make a bit out of it. I'm not. I'm going to be too serious.
I bought crypto, and that went to waste, too. I didn't buy crypto recently. I don't understand it, and it seems to be going by the wayside. But I bought crypto over the pandemic, and I made like $300 on it, and then the dog I had at the time ate a bunch of vitamins, and I had to pay for it because of, I don't know why, honestly. And now I don't buy crypto.
Neither do
I buy
I.
stocks.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to be
I mean, it's not bad, but I would encourage you to maybe speak to a financial analyst.
So a financial analyst called me recently, like a business manager, and he asked for an amount of money I did not have to start off with. And I was like, I don't think we should be working together yet.
A financial analyst or a financial planner cold called you?
No. He we know him through some people. I know him through some people.
Why does this sound so shady?
I'm in a lot more businesses than you think I am.
I guess so.
I'm in the mix.
Dan, can you pitch the perfect portfolio to the eggheads in the world?
The perfect portfolio.
And this is financial advice.
Financial advice. Okay, with Dan. Okay, perfect portfolio. So you're gonna want to get.
I just realized I put a gun to my head. I apologize.
Apple stock is crashing, folks. That's what I'm hearing on the streets. They don't have anything new. They just gouge content creators for 30% of their ad revenue and any monetization they get. So they're currently crashing. And unless fucking what's his name from who invented the iPhone, Steve Jobs, comes back from the dead, that stock's gonna stay down for a while, and then one day someone's gonna buy that stock will go back up. So you buy the dip, right? Now we're talking NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I'm hearing through the grapevine, is a brand new. GPUs, it's brand new. They've never seen such a thing before.
Brand new as of 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yes, Pat? No, nothing? Okay. We're going to pump and dump it here, folks. I would like you to buy as much NVIDIA as you possibly can, please, because I'm looking at this thing every day, every second of the day. I can't believe I haven't looked at it on this podcast currently. It's going up today, but, soon it will go down.
Let's look at it.
Let's look at it.
Oh, Pat's going to get it.
I'll tell you what mine's at.
Okay.
My Robinhood app. 543, folks. We bought 500. It's up to. I've made $43.
Oh, good.
This has been the stock report with Dan. Will we do it again? Probably not.
We might if it goes wild next week.
I know, right? Imagine if guys buy NVIDIA. I'm gonna be such a rich guy. You guys won't know what to do with me. I'm gonna have a finished basement. I'm gonna have 2 finished basements.
It concerns me that I don't think you know what a rich guy is.
What do you mean?
Well, you seem to think anyone with a garage and a basement is rich.
Yeah, you're doing all right if you have a
Definitely doing all right.
garage and a basement.
Definitely doing all right.
Yeah, that's a rich guy to me. You just have to like not have like debt or like worry about things. Like I had a neighbor, like my entire life, our family would just be like, "Oh man, that house is paid off." Like that's how they would talk about it, and like they were rich to us.
Yeah,
Not that we were poor, but like
yeah, that's true. I guess my parents did pay off their house ahead of time, but that's just because my mom is insane. Like she'd be like,
you want to get in on those fucking You can't have a 50-year mortgage.
so 30 years is the max normally.
This is financial news.
Fine,
on Bad Egg.
this is news. 30 years a typical loan. A lot of people do 15 also.
Yeah.
But you could pay off your 30-year like it was a 15 if you just are self-motivated.
Would I get penalized if I paid off my entire mortgage in one go?
No, that's not. Sometimes you might have a mortgage that's written that way, but normally no, you don't have a payoff penalty. But you could ask that when you're going for a mortgage. You could say, "Hey, I just want to make sure I don't have a penalty if I pay it off early."
I'm going to be one of the only guys in a while that goes into a bank and asks for a loan for a farm.
I actually don't think you will be. Also, I don't think it's gonna be a true farm.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's
You
gonna
can't
be
ask for a coop.
I don't think it's gonna be like 300 acres.
Yes, it is.
Where are you gonna live?
What do you mean, how am I going to live? I'm going to get
Where?
ATVs.
Where?
Oh, up in Vermont. I'm going to get ATVs for the property.
I think you could buy something that's like 6 acres or whatever in like upstate Vermont or upstate New York for like $200,000. I don't know if that'd be good land, but I've seen Zillow listings for that.
I'm going to have goats, and then I'm also going to have...
Could you make goat's milk soap? Because that's all I use. 'Cause it's really good for your
We're
skin.
going to make all sorts of stuff.
All right.
We're going to make
As long as I get a hookup on soap.
Yeah, we'll be sending the soap down, and also we're going to be making apple cider donuts in the fall. Kids, come on out. We're going to have a Christmas tree farm. We're going to have... It's going to be great. We're going to have a Cinco de Mayo tree.
Cinco de Mayo tree?
Yeah, I was like, no one caught that?
No, this sounds like a good plan.
Thank you.
I do worry that it's just your social anxiety running amok,
No.
and you'd be lonely.
No, I don't think I would. That's the thing. Being alone is addicting. It's lovely. It's just you and your thoughts. It's great. My thoughts are so sick up here.
Give me one sick thought.
One sick thought. Okay. One sick thought. Okay. Well,
What, are you trying to narrow it down?
I'm on the spot. Yeah, there's a lot of sick thoughts up there, obviously.
All right, give me something non-sexual.
Non-sexual. Okay, that
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
sure
really
that.
narrow it down.
Oh, it
but-
doesn't. That's going to do a big job.
One sick thought. Okay. I could come up with an invention for Shark Tank. I could cure something. I haven't yet, but with that time, I could. You know what I mean?
I think one of the problems I'm sensing
I
here
don't have enough
is
time.
you have a lot of thoughts about the finish line.
Yes, that's all I worry about. Don't you worry about the finish line?
Yeah, I do, but I find that if you focus on the process, it helps you get there faster.
Yeah, but the process I just black out for, and then we
We're
come out on the
we're
other
in the
end.
midst of the process.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I forgot we were doing a podcast. I'm
You
like,
did?
yeah. You were like this, and I was like, am I doing therapy right now? What the fuck's going on?
No, I think you'll find. Oh, should we tell the viewers?
What, that I'm going to therapy?
Yeah, Dan's going to therapy in 3 weeks.
My ma is upset.
So when we release this, it will be 4 weeks ago.
Oh, Dan's going to therapy 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Your mom's mad?
Yeah, my mom's upset. She's like, you're going to tell him about how bad of a mother I was and
Well, she
everything.
wasn't a bad mother.
And I'm like, no, it wasn't about you. It's, other stuff.
I see the other people that raised me.
Yeah, it's the other two humans that raised me.
No, I
It's
mean,
all about Jen, my sister. It's not.
no, it's not about anybody in particular. It's
No,
just like you're
it's just...
processing things that you've done or had done to you or whatever in your life, and like figuring out your feelings and emotions, how you as a person responded to it.
Yeah. This is a very special episode of Bad Egg.
What do you mean?
This is like when they have a gun episode on like a sitcom, and at the end we're like, we had a lot of fun tonight, folks.
Oh, you think we're getting too heavy?
No, it's okay.
Are we?
Financial news, psychological
Yeah.
news.
Mortgages.
Yeah,
We learned about mortgages.
Yeah, 2.65.
That's your interest rate?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah, it's wicked
Give me
good.
that fucking gun.
I have what are called the golden handcuffs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stuck in Quincy forever.
Oh, my God. What a curse and a blessing.
It is a blessing. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's a huge blessing.
Quincy's a little too bouge for me recently.
Oh, really? I'm trying to get. I'm doing a bit on stage about how I'm trying to gentrify the neighborhood, and I keep walking into coffee shops saying, you could charge $2 more for this.
Yeah, I don't like that type of stuff. You're ruining my neighborhood.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You're fucking up where I grew up.
I want Howe's Neck to become an artist enclave.
No way! Don't do such a thing. Howe's Neck is an institution of sea rednecks. That's what I'm calling them.
Yeah, but don't you think rednecks? But then also, I just want artsy people living out. Like, I want to go to Mass Art and be like, I got a place for you.
You have to get the gay people. You have to get the poor people, then the gay people, then you get.
We've already had the poor people.
I'm sorry. You have the poor people, then you get the drug addicts, then you get the artists.
Check. Oh, so now we need the artists.
Yeah,
That's
you need
what
the
I'm
artists, then you get the gay people.
I know.
Then the housing property
Exactly.
goes up. Gentrification.
I'm gonna start buying all these little houses on Howe's Neck, renting them out to only Mass Art kids.
I think I'm gonna buy a house soon.
At least offer them to like the Salem people. Mass Art, they don't make stuff.
Some of them do.
Nah, Mass Art stinks.
What? What are you guys talking about? I went to Mass Art.
You went to Mass Art?
You
you
went to
fucking-
Emerson.
I did a post back year at Mass Art.
Boo.
What's a post back year?
It's like
An extra school?
It's like when you do a year in something that you didn't study in undergraduate, so that way you're prepared to go to graduate school for that subject.
Oh shit!
You do an intensive year.
Did you go to graduate school?
No, I decided I didn't want to go to graduate school for photography.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's way too much. I was like, I don't want to be like, the only real reason to go is if you want to become a photography teacher or professor.
Really?
Yeah, so like a lot of people that I went to school with who were like getting their masters at the time, because like our classes intermingled, they're now like professors of photography at different universities in the area.
Wow.
And some of them are just like professional photographers too.
That's quadruple the school I went to.
It's not. You went to an associate's.
I went to an associate's.
So, and then my
5 years.
bachelor's is like a double.
Yeah.
So then I only did my bachelor's in 3 years, and then I did a year at Mass Art.
I really wanted to be a dentist when I was a kid.
I could totally see that. You'd be such a good
I'd
dentist.
be a lovely dentist. I'd be like, open wide. I know it sucks.
I think you'd be a dentist for kids.
Yes.
For sure.
Ah.
For sure. You'd be a pediatric dentist, and I think you would spend probably too much time reviewing the sticker collections.
Like what they got at the end.
No, you'd be like whatever you guys are going to order. You're like, oh, don't get that roll. It's not good. Like you'd be like micromanaging the office manager's like sticker supply.
Or we just have way too many.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, but it's for my personal collection.
Like we're out of nitrous. To be like, yeah, but look at this sticker.
What do you think would happen? How far away are you from becoming a Disney adult? Is it just money? Is that the only thing keeping you away from being a Disney adult?
No, I don't like Disney stuff as much as you think.
That's what I'm asking, because you seem like such a fun-loving, childish person in like a positive way.
I like guns.
There are guns in Disney movies.
I know, but like
Star Wars.
I didn't see all the original ones. Like any of the OG ones. I've never seen any Star Wars movies. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I don't like to watch stuff. I like to be up here.
Disney World. I think Disney
I don't know. My sister's going with the kids and aunt.
You're not going?
No, I want to go. It's like
The kids and aunt?
Well, yeah, like they're taking. Her husband is also going.
Oh, aunt is her husband. I thought you were talking about little Anthony.
Oh no, Aunt and Big Aunt. Little Town, New Town. New T and
Old T?
Big Aunt.
Big
Yeah.
Aunt. Yeah, we did a lot of Big Nancy, Little Nancy in my family.
You have a Nancy?
Yeah, well, my grandmother's cousin was Nancy, and then my grandmother named her first daughter after her, so she's Little Nancy. And then my sister's middle name was Nancy.
No, I wasn't a big Disney kid, so I can talk about Disney for another half hour. Is that the wrap-up segment?
We won't.
No. We're not wrapping up. We're holding him hostage. Did you see Jay's baby?
No, we gotta.
Oh my god!
We gotta wrap it up.
Oh my god, she's adorable!
Really cute baby.
She's so cute. She's probably 6 now when this comes out.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna go. Hopefully, we can hear about Disney next episode.
Disney next episode.
Hey, thank you guys so much for watching again. And if podcasting's not for us, let us know in the comments. Keep it scrambled.
Yeah, eggheads. Start using that.
In a positive way.
In a positive way.